Awesome. All right. So we are on the third and final session of our first ever annual virtual financial advisor marketing virtual summit. We talked with Heath Walters of the Walters Way about advanced tax planning, both for us as financial advisors, for our business owner clients. If you missed that, shame on you. Just the tip alone of segmenting your AUM revenue and your insurance revenue on your for tax purposes, I didn't even know you could do that. And I'm guessing most normal accountants don't know that either. The tax credit stuff is incredible. Again, he's a client, colleague, mentor, friend, business partner as well. I highly suggest you take him up on that for your own practice, and then for your own business, and then more importantly for your clients. We just finished up with David Bazar of QLS Systems talking about the new financial services business model in a box. And now we're going to talk about the secrets we've seen of top producing financial advisors. And then, of course, how you can get a copy of my new book absolutely free. So I'm going to tell you what all the secrets are, and then we are going to dive into them one by one. Number one is you have to survey your clients. We're going to talk about what that means, how that works, and why you're going to want to do it. You then have to segment your clients based on these survey results. You need to give them gifts based on their survey results, because now you will know what they are. You need to celebrate your client's birthday with them. You need to have a monthly snail mail newsletter to stay in front of them. You need a client referral program that actually gets them excited to refer without you having to ask. You need to stay in touch with them on a regular basis. You need phone scripts so that when people call in, the phone is answered the right way, the same way every single time, and that the answers to any questions prospects asks are scripted and used the same way every time, so that you have the highest likelihood of converting them into clients. You need to generate referrals from CPAs and attorneys. You need to shock and awe your prospects and convert them into clients. Once somebody becomes a client, you need to take those first 30 days and wow the heck out of them. You need to be sending out direct mail every month, whether that's to fill a seminar room or drive prospects differently. You need a redesigned website, because most financial services websites are completely boring and not designed to generate leads. And we'll show you examples of what a difference that makes. You need an online system to generate leads of new prospects coming into your practice. You need automated follow-up to drip on them to get them in the door. And of course, we also own a publishing company that you probably know about, so we're biased. And a book is the ultimate authority piece and the ultimate business card. As you saw in my story, it helped me land a $100 million pension fund right when I was first starting out my career. So let's dive right in. Okay, number one, client survey. So this is an example of one of our surveys. It is 4 pages. It is sent via direct mail. We tried sending it online in SurveyMonkey and stuff like that, but nobody did it. Nobody cared. When we sent it via direct mail, we had a good percentage of people who took the time to fill the entire thing out and send it back to you. Once we get it filled out, we can now enter that data in our CRM system or an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheet, and we can now sort based on what our clients care about other than their money. So if they're into wine tasting, if they're into travel, if they're into golf, if they're into hunting and fishing, if they're into embroidery, based who their favorite movie star is, what their favorite book author is, what magazines they read, we can now segment and slice and dice our client list a ton of different ways based on what they care about and what they're interested in. Now, we would do that we can use that data a number of different ways. Number one is we can have a themed client appreciation event. So if you have a generic client appreciation event where you just buy everybody dinner, some level of your clients will come just because it's you, but they won't really bring a high number of referrals, because what are they going to do? Hey, want to come out for a nice dinner with my financial advisor who wants to sell you something? It's not a sexy value proposition. However, if we do it as hey, guess what? We're having a golf event. I know that you play golf. Why don't you bring a member of your foursome, and we're doing a special training session with a golf pro, and we're going to talk about the top three biggest mistakes you make with your swing and the top 3 biggest mistakes you're making with your portfolio. Now, all of a sudden, you got 12 golfers and 12 members of their foursomes. You got 24 highly qualified folks in a room. And those 12 golfers are going to say, oh my God, my financial advisor doesn't do anything like this. And you follow our direct mail follow-up process, and boom, you're in the door. It allows you, because you get married, you get your clients married to you based on things other than their money, to kind of have golden handcuffs and build an iron fence around your tribe so that they will never, ever leave. It also allows you to do a client gift program. So let's say it's Mrs. Jones's birthday. Most advisors do nothing. Some of them will send a phone call. Some of them will send a card. Some of them will make a phone call. And that's about it. The highest level advisor we've seen is sending a gift, and it's usually like chocolate monogram with the firm logo or something self-serving or a Starbucks gift card, and it's boring. Now, what if you knew that Mrs. Jones loved John Travolta red wine and dark chocolate? Because of the survey, you could then send her a red wine gift basket with dark chocolate bars, 6 wine glasses, 6 chocolate bars, 2 bottles of wine, and a DVD of John Travolta's latest movie, and 6 movie tickets. Why are you sending 6 movie tickets, 6 chocolate bars, and 6 wine glasses? Because that means Mr. and Mrs. Jones have to have 2 other couples over. They will drink the wine, eat the 6 chocolate bars, and go to the movies. And they'll say, oh my God, this is amazing. Where'd you get this? And they will say, my financial advisor sent it for my birthday. And what are those couples going to say? Geez, our guy didn't even send us a card. Oh, we didn't get anything. I got to talk to your guy. Because if you look at the famous Dalbar study about why affluent families leave one advisor and go to another, the number one reason they gave was not investment performance. That was actually number 14. The number one reason was lack of contact. They felt neglected. They felt unappreciated for their business. This totally eliminates that problem and generates a tsunami of referrals because you are wowing the heck out of your clients. Next thing, David just talked about a new financial services business model with a much better seminar system, with not just doing a seminar haphazardly, but a system that fills the room with the right people, a seminar that and a process that converts them into appointments in your office for the right services that you can run the same way every time to streamline the efficiency and profitability and productivity of your practice. So which one would get, this is not one of David's seminar, the invitations we use for David's seminar invitation, but I just wanted to give you a huge difference, show you a difference in terms of personality. At the bottom is a seminar invitation you've probably seen before. The Be Our Guest for a Free Steak Dinner at Ruth's Chris, which probably a number of you have used that vendor, and I won't name them. But if you advertise surf and turf, free food, what are they coming for? Free food. Now you'll see this one, the Social Security one, is totally different. We've got this little old lady smoking a cigar. So immediately it gets your attention. You're not offering anything for free. What it's actually selling is come to the seminar and qualify to get a customized 18-page Social Security maximization report. So it's literally pre-selling them that they have to come to the seminar to get the thing, which is going to happen in your office. So in this case, this literally pre-sold them on coming to the seminar so that they could come into the office and get this maximization report. So he had an incredibly high number of people from the seminar book appointments and actually show up and get their Social Security maximization report because we pre-sold what they were going to get at the end. The birthday program I just talked about. Once you survey them, you can wow the heck out of them for their birthday as opposed to just sending them a boring happy birthday card if you even send that. Number 2, next, a monthly snail mail newsletter. Listen, they're not opening your email newsletter. The one you send quarterly via direct mail doesn't really work because it's too far apart. And the one that you bought that looks high-end, slick, and professional that's filled with pre-canned market updates and economic news, no one cares about. The only one who cares about regular economic commentary and market updates are us as advisors. The clients don't care. They're paying us to care. So what we found works, and we tested 75. We tested every single different variable in the news. We didn't test 400 like David did on the seminar, but we tested dozens of different variables, and we found that a seminar that looks amateur, homegrown, like your 12-year-old did it on Microsoft Word, converts the best. This is an example of one of our advisors and the family update page in his newsletter. And he literally, just like I do, gets phone calls every month going, oh my God, I can't believe X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. And they're hanging their newsletter on his fridge. They're saving it. They're putting it in a binder and storing it. because it's personality driven. It's warm and fuzzy. It's not about the market specifically. 75% of the content, that's the variable we test. That's what we found. 75% of the content's warm and fuzzy. 25% is about the financial services industry. That's the optimal content mix that will get people to actually read, enjoy, and hold on to your newsletter and give it to other people. Your client referral program. If you're doing anything for client referrals, odds are you're asking and you're saying, hey, who else do you know who just inherited $1 million? Which your client doesn't know anybody off. It puts them on the spot. They feel bad. They can't think of anybody. You do that often enough, they're not going to want to come visit you. They're not going to come meet with you because they're going to go, oh crap, we got to go see John, but we don't have any referrals and I know he's going to ask. You don't want them thinking that, right? So we don't believe in asking your clients while they're sitting in your office. We believe in bribing them ethically in advance for the referral. In this case, we sent them a pearl necklace that was under $100. So we were safe in the FINRA rule, but we sent them the pearl necklace in advance to get them to start thinking about who they could refer to us. We sent them a worksheet giving them suggestions based on research we had done of who they could refer us to. And then we sent a CD-ROM, a DVD CD for them to hand out to those people, to give them, to watch, to learn about why they should talk to us. We've also tested what works really well, which works actually even better than that because not as many people have CD drives on their computers anymore, on their laptops, is giving them a copy of the book and saying, hey, my financial advisor just wrote this book, thought you'd get a lot out of it, here you go. We found that works really, really well. Keep in touch. How often are you touching your clients? We recommend not only a monthly direct mail newsletter, but also a monthly postcard. So every 2 weeks, they're getting something from you. So that's 24 times a year. Their birthdays make 26. Their anniversaries make 20. Their anniversary makes 27. If you're doing quarterly meetings, you've now touched them 31 times, which is literally almost every week to 10 days. So they will always be thinking about you. You will always be top of mind. You will never miss a referral chance because they'll have just thought about you. And you will have an amazing opportunity because you will always be in front of them and they will never feel neglected and they will never leave you. This is an example of a warm and fuzzy postcard. Again, it's not designed to do anything except keep you in front of mind and keep them thinking, oh, isn't that clever? Isn't that cute? I can't believe Seth sent that to me. This is Happy National Optimism Month. It's March. It's a National Optimism Month. I'm optimistic about our relationship. And they say, oh, and they think warm and fuzzy thoughts. That's the sole goal. So every 2 weeks, they get a card. Every 2 weeks, they get a snail mail newsletter. It's all designed to keep them like emotionally married to you and thinking about you all the time. We've never had a client complain on this system that we were mailing them too much. And we've never had a client not refer, at least 1 to 3 referrals a year. If you have 100 clients on the system and you get 100 referrals and you only close half, you just upped your production 50%. And I mean, other than David's system, I don't know another way to do it that fast. Inbound phone scripts. How are you processing? How is your secretary, your receptionist, your gatekeeper, or you? How are you answering the phone? And then how are they answering questions of prospects calling in to RSVP for a seminar if you're doing it yourself? How are they answering questions about why is he so busy? Why doesn't he have time to talk to me for 3 weeks? Or, hey, I got a question. Hey, can you guys handle Roth IRA distributions or Roth IRA conversions? Are they just saying yes and letting the person hang up? Do they know to get name, email, phone number, as much information as possible in a gentle way before they ever answer a question? All of that stuff has to be scripted. And then how are you generating referrals from CPAs and attorneys? We have a program where they are included, that you interview the CPA and attorney for a book. The book is a physical bookstore book. There is a book launch when it's done. And then the CPAs and attorneys will hand out your book every month because they're in it and it makes them look good. And their clients will pick up the phone and call you and go, my CPA just gave me your book. I should talk to you. Let's see here. A shock and awe box. What do you send when someone requests information from you? If they're opting in on your website, if they can, or if they're calling up for information, what do you send? You just send the information, or do you send them an amazing aluminum briefcase filled with a DVD player and cut with a custom video from you to them and all of the materials that will blow them away and get them to absolutely say, oh my God, I can't believe you sent this. I've never seen anything like this. I got to meet with you right away. That's the response you get when you send it. It doesn't have to be an aluminum briefcase, but that's just one example of the crazy creative outside the box things that we send. This is an example, two more examples. That's the DVD player held up by custom foam inserts. And then this is a different box that comes in an Omaha Steaks cooler that has 3 different food items in it because it's packed. That's why it's packed in dry ice, along with all of the pieces laid out on my floor. Literally, there's like 18 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24 pieces go in that box. We have a 100% response rate. Every single person who gets that box picks up the phone and calls. Now, about 80-something% of them become clients, but literally, and the other 20%, it's usually my brother-in-law as an advisor. I'm sorry, I was just looking for information. I can't, become a client. But it works almost all the time. And then what do you do when someone becomes a client? They are most excited about you right when they first sign. So other than the paperwork, do you drop off the planet? Is there a welcome package that goes out to your new clients? Is there a welcome gift? Is there a drip system, both via direct mail and email, that stays on top of them for literally like every other day, every 2 days for 30 days, so that they feel like so loved and that they made the absolute right choice in switching to you and they want to tell others about you? Or do you get the contract signed and then forget all about them until their next quarterly meeting and abandon them for 3 months? And then they're like, oh, wow, I just met with that advisor like 4 times, did all this paperwork, moved all this money, and now I don't know where they are. I haven't heard from them in 2 months. A lot of advisors make that mistake. Make sure you're not one of them. And then, of course, are you direct mail, in addition to Facebook ads, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads, is a great way to drive traffic to a website or generate leads. Are you sending out monthly offers, planting seeds, mailing the same prospect list over and over and over again with different offers, different ways to get them in the door so that you own their mind space? Real estate agents do this really well. They send, in my neighborhood, I get a postcard like every 2 weeks going, hey, I just sold another house. Let me know if you ever want to sell yours or if you ever want to move. And they're now, granted, the problem is they're sending the same thing every time. They should be mixing it up because they're only going after the low-hanging fruit of the person who's ready to sell their house right now. That's all they're offering. There's no free report. There's no book. There's no podcast. There's no social media. It's just, hey, I sold another house in your neighborhood. But they're planting the farm really well in terms of staying in front of me all the time so that I would think about that. How are you doing that? Website redesign. Most financial services websites are incredibly boring. I'm going to throw Dominion Wealth under the bus. This was literally their website. You really have to click through several different pages before you can even fill out a form to get in touch with them. Stock photos, it's incredibly boring. And they had said they had it for a year and never gotten a single lead from it. Gee, I wonder why. Whereas what if you had a sexy lead magnet where they filled out on the home page, where they enter their information right away to get it, like secrets of the Mega Roth IRA, or how to crash proof your IRA, or an insider's guide to paying less for college, no matter how much money you make. I literally, in the last 30 days, that's my lead sheet that I printed out of all of the online leads that came in for our Mega Roth IRA report. Average asset size is $350,000. And we've got quite a few of the folks on here who are not fake leads, they're real prospects. And they're all getting automatically dripped on via our system so that no one here physically has to stuff an envelope or send an email. It's doing all the work in the background to get those folks in the door. And it's automated follow-up delivered through the CRM automation software we use, which is called Infusionsoft. I don't make any money for telling you that, but that's one of our automated follow-up sequences, dripping on them, getting them to take action. And then, of course, we already talked about the book. So we talked about advanced tax planning with Heath Walters of the Walters Way. We talked about the new financial services business model with David Bazar of QLS Systems. And then we just shared some of my top producing financial advisor secrets. So if you want a copy of my book, this is the proof copy. I have like 8 or 9 changes to make, and then we'll release it. If you want a physical free copy that I will physically pay to ship you in the mail, you're just going to send an email to Seth@marketdominationprogram.com. Free book is what you put in the subject line, and then just put your snail mail address in the body of the email. We'll add you to the list, and we'll send it to you for free as soon as it comes out. So if you're interested in having, we gave you Heath's contact information for the advanced tax planning side. We gave you David's contact information for the financial services system in a box. If you're interested in having any of those 17, 18 top secrets of financial advisor marketing done for you, just go to marketdominationllc.com/apply, and you can fill out the application to have a conversation with us about getting those done for you. You are a little bit, look forward to working with you. A little bit, you're going to be part of a little bit of history here, because this is the first ever Market Domination Financial Services Virtual Summit. I originally planned on, we may do the next one in person. We may do them virtually and in person. We may do them more than once a year based on your demand. My email address for the book is, again, in the chat box. It's Seth@marketdominationprogram.com. And I'll punch into the chat box the URL if you want to apply to see about getting any of those marketing campaigns executed for you. We'll do all the work. You just take the clients. All right. So I will say thank you very much for attending. I greatly appreciate you being here. For those of you who've been here, like, when did we, for the last couple hours, I greatly appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Oh, that was outstanding. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.